figure out what.
Watch that.
So we're here with Team Alderman here. Brother Devon, of course, our PMC-MSA, our junior past master counselor of our chapter, and Mom Dee Alderman, and Dad Jerry Alderman, and our mascot Albert here behind the camera. So here we are. You folks both are involved in higher education, and your son's trying to do his schooling here at home and cooking, getting groceries. What's this been like for you?
It's been challenging, to say the least, because we're both working from home, which is a blessing because we still have our income. But as someone who's compromised because I had cancer, this is pretty much the extent of leaving the house for me. So everything's got to be ordered, groceries, supplies, everything. And then there's the challenge of making sure he stays up on his school and find ways to help him meet some of the requirements of some of his more challenging classes.
And one would think that teaching from home wouldn't be that difficult, but I happen to work in a trade where it's a hands-on trade. So we have to teach people to do a job without being able to put their hands on the equipment that they're supposed to be learning how to work on. That in itself has been interesting. Thank goodness for videos. I never realized how many how-to videos were out there until this situation, finding out more and more. There's good ones out there, there's bad ones out there, but they've all been very, very helpful towards educating our students. Now the key is going to be in a few months when things get back to a sense of normal, guys putting their hands on things and making sure they really did learn the skills they feel like they did. So that'll be the real test in about 3 or 4 months.
So you folks have been as quarantined as anybody, right? Because your situation, Mom Dee, and everything. Do you find the need to just be apart from each other at times? I mean, we're all human, we all love each other, but sometimes that love is a little stronger than other times.
That's why I spend time in the garden a lot, because that's where I can get outside. And he has his racing things he can watch. So we kind of social distance at times just for sanity.
Sure.
And of course, every chance he gets to be on a device somewhere, he does. So we've had to implement some quarantine rules on doing other things. For example, in addition to schoolwork, he has to do something cultural, something outdoors, something physical. He has to work on ritual. And those are in addition to his schoolwork. And he's been doing pretty good at it. He's taken up baking, so we're loving that.
Devon, have you been doing some volunteer work?
I have. I've been volunteering at a food drive that my school is hosting at all of the schools. And we've just been passing out meals for 3 or 4 days, and food and drinks, and it's been an experience. Like you learn a lot of things, and you learn a lot, and you get a lot more respect for the food drive workers.
All right. One last question. I'm kind of throwing you on the spot here, Mom Dee. You have another role at Speedway DMLA. You're the president of the Speedway DMLA Turbo Boosters Club.
I am.
There's been it's been a kind of a creative challenge for you. One, because you're starting up basically on a chapter level of pretty major operation, and then the COVID-19 just takes a big dump right in the middle of your planning here. You want to share some of that?
That's true. However, we got off to a really strong start, and we're able to reserve our spots at our different places, and we had everything in line, and then COVID happened, and the 2 biggest roadblocks that were put up was the moving of the race. So that will be in the fall instead of next week or in the next 2 weeks. And the second one was we had anticipated that our biggest sales event was going to be when the boys were doing the coat check at the Potentates Ball, which has also been postponed until I believe after the race. So I'm currently working on trying to find a creative way to allow them to still sell, because it's limited to 100 tickets or 100 memberships. But that membership, right off the bat, you get into our inaugural event, which is qualification day at the track on that Saturday.
Now let me kind of break in here real quick. We're from Indianapolis. We know what the race is.
Oh, I'm sorry. The Indianapolis 500, and we have a suite in Legends Row. Our inaugural event for our 100 members will include the day in the Aria Lyondike suite. It will be catered by Jug's Famous Catering. We will have the more scaled up fried chicken meals, and it's all catered. And we will have, of course, in Indiana at the race, it's important that you have the ability to be inside and real bathrooms. But when you're inside, they will also have closed circuit TV. In addition, the members will get shirts and they get pins, and the pins this year are different than what you'll see in the future, because we have designed founders pins.
And we can't forget that, you'll get garage passes with that as well.
The motorhead reminds me of that.
We can't forget that.
But you get hospitality pass, and you get a garage pass, and you get to go in there and talk to them. And working on a couple of surprises of visitors that may be coming into the suite to speak to whoever happens to be in there at the time. So that's exciting. We're also working on a couple of door prizes for when you're inside the suite, and those door prizes will benefit not the Turbo Boosters clubs themselves, but the door prizes and raffles that we will be having inside the suite are going to benefit the Relay for Life. The Speedway DeMolay boys are consistently the top fundraisers for this event. If we're not number one, we're the second right behind them, but these boys put in the work. And so we will, in addition to raising money for the boys, we're raising money for the Relay for Life and the Cancer Society, which I personally truly appreciate the work the boys put in for this. If you are interested in the Turbo Booster Club, you need to visit speedwaydemolay.org. Again, that's speedwaydemolay.org, and there is a link to the Turbo Boosters on that website. And you can join right there. You can pay with PayPal. You can take a picture of a check and send it to our executive chairman, and he'll take care of it from there.
All right. For further information, visit www.speedwaydemolay.org. That's speedwaydemolay.org.
Join us.
We're going to take that one.
All right.